Yamamu nyina adwuma mwakwaba eba United Television so ye studio so worship house ewo enkran abeka junction ena sabiri ye de yakase ebo a osamufa so no so de amaye ndo hweba ko eda nimu ye de ba beso mu ye kam se kase ebo yi nyumaku ikura yemu eye special eyes this way and afi nitufu ene neat abekwan na social media had this awudoro nyina so yakase ebo ye ho sanso na Facebook ene DSTV so channel 360 de bremu no atifi nsem bi ni se ene dai ye mampeni John Dramani Mahama ede atudwe chirim so mensi kasam no obehwe amanagina
na wo kasa na ene wodi tudwa se ebra so se Ghana ade ye dia no ye sorry na ye gye ade emaye hu
na owura sabe jamfi ono gold ball pani kire se obi biara ye di bre bi ahya wonsa dwumade bi ahya wonsa fa gold ball dwumade hu na ba ye kwasa na mra no so mu a omani na obedi
na Chief Justice ya twena sensan no enei wakwakopie mu wode eye petition akwakopie mu ewo ECOWAS courts ewo Abuja
na ablekuma no for den ekoso ho NPP amayoko no kire se yeji yakonwa akwaye abato ebekoso no mo nkotu bi akonwa no magwini nti ehwa no mugina
na abato yi a wo mo ede ba be hihye so yi na wo mo a wo mo wo abato wo mpesu aso ewo ablekuma north no wo ma kire o madwen ede afam
ensemi ka ho ne yede so mu se kasebo akenkanfo na nwumre ye be so mu eyeme eja kwabena mene
nana ekia kobi
afia kasebo no emunsem nie ansana ye mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama beba abendwa so betina mu se Ghana mampeni no na opposition no sha Ghana fo nyina aboso so oba obehwe ama ye gold yetu diamond bauxite ne mahodro a yetu akrofo na sisa ko mo man so omani nya so faso bia no obesisa niema odiosia yoyo ama me no kasa yi wati gold board na ndede na gold board ekuo no oda wo mo edi na oda tax force a wo mo de behwe se obi antumi fa kwati kwan bia so emfa gold mfi o man mu mfa nkwa mana ne wo bra mra ema ho kwan na okasa na ode tudwa echire mu se na band band fom die bi obetumi se na be obeboa ma mansi kasa matumi agina ne mu ba ko ne gold board se hye ya wode aba na ode tudwa echire mu se wo beye na wakasa obeye ne de wo kwan bia so wo beye.
The task force comprises personnel from national security, the military, and other security agencies. They've undergone rigorous vetting, training, polygraph testing, and orientation on Act 1140. They've also completed intensive team building exercises and anti-corruption training. Every member of the task force will operate under strict oversight. All officers will wear body cameras in every operation they undertake. Vehicles used by the task force will be GPS tracked and monitored in real time during operations. A written warrant from the CEO is required before any field operation is undertaken. Now this is the sweetest one. Whistleblower channels are in place, and informants are eligible to receive 10% of the seized gold or cash value. So whistleblowers, get ready. If you blow the whistle on anybody and gold is retrieved or cash is retrieved, you'll get 10% of the value of both the gold and the cash. And so to the task force, let me be clear. Abuse of your authority will not be tolerated, and any officer found engaging in misconduct will face immediate sanctions. And these could include dismissal, prosecution, and forfeiture of your entitlements.
Omampeni ekasana na wodi tudwa se Ghana mind this year ebra so se yankasa ye gold no ye bo ho ban ade ye dia no ye sori waka ye gina ye na so ne ye konje ye ade enya afa ne ye bebre na obi aba be fa ye gold ye akwa akodi o my Ghana nyankopon de ache ye nti wodi ache ye de ebra so se ye beje ye ade de aboso emma ye homa obi akwan ne wo mefa gold yi enkwa aman fufu mu ne wo mu nkonya ska we ene nsem bi e ka ho ene do to my Ghana ni.
Over the centuries, we didn't have the human resource, we didn't have the capital, we didn't have the technology, And so we had what they call the Gagisberg system of natural resource exploitation, where foreign companies that had those three ingredients took huge concessions and mined them over decades with very little coming to the state. Now, if we're to create prosperity for our people, then it means that we must take greater control of our natural resources. And it's not only Ghana that is taking greater natural control of its resources. There are examples where countries guard their natural resources. Botswana is an example. You can't export one single diamond out of Botswana without committing a crime. And so Botswana, together with its foreign partners, exports all the diamonds to the international market, and the money comes back to Botswana. This was not the case with our natural resource, gold. And indeed, other resources. We are discovering many other minerals in Ghana. And we believe that Ghanaians must be the first beneficiaries of the natural resource blessing that God has given us. So gold is just one example. We're going to make sure that in other minerals, Ghanaians play a leading role in terms of our mineral exploitation. And the time has come for Ghanaians to also own gold mines and produce gold for export. And so we'll work with Ghanaian companies that have the equipment, the technology, and the human resource to ensure that they also can establish first-class gold mines and own those gold mines so that Ghana can fully benefit from the resource that we have.
Wajumadi na kurana seno owura sami jamfi na oye kwanchirefo pani a oda gold board ano na odi tuja achire mu se sa gold board tax for frufra yati wo mu se koba se ekonomu bi ni enim na dem na ne hye nsem yekọ ede opi bia na se kofa kwoti kwan bi so ekọ se obi di gold bi ko ba bi na wane onipa na akoye kanana na onipa de gold na akohye ba bi ni yehu se wo hye achire a omayi mra ene obedi no nyono.
Your Excellency, with your support, we've provided the necessary orientation, the training, logistics, and resources for the task force you see here to be able to do their work effectively and fearlessly, no matter whose ox is God. And so we expect nothing but professionalism and patriotism from them. And even before His Excellency mounts the podium, let me say that I have his firm instructions to ensure that we hold you to a high standard of ethical behavior and accountability. And we will not allow any member of this task force abuse the enormous powers and rights we are giving you. We'll protect and support those of you who want to do your work effectively, but we will also deal ruthlessly with any member of the task force who brings the name of the government and the nation into disrepute.
Na yebeko Chief Justice yatwe no asensan mu ensemu ene ye wo ho na wokopie mu wo Facebook Deputy Attorney General Dr. Justice Sremsai ene de akwakoto ni Facebook page na wo kiremu a wo say Mame Justice Gertrude Esaba Saki Tokuno wode ensem bi akwakodan ECOWAS Abuja Nigeria wasama Ghana aban no na ni nyina ne say wo chirechire mu a wo se Ghana aban ni tietia ne fa ahodie so yie pa enti wo mo hwe no wo mu ni na asemu ma no esan se kwan a wo mo de eno efa so ne de emfa mra kwan so enti enei bra wo ensem ya wo de akwakodan Abuja so wo mo hwe ni nsem ni ma ni na ne se wo mo etietia ne fa ahodie so enti wo mo hwe na wo mo mfre na wo mo ka semi emfa ma no.
Asamba ko edi akotene obanga na mu pa fa abato eho eye abrekuma no fa abato pesua no so ye nyire nim sa abato no ko na wie ne bepem nne Electoral Commission to me kansa semesi na so benti na wadi nkunim na akua free ye a ono na ogina mu ma MPP ni chese wadi nkunim na ewurabina Obin enso ogina mu ma ndisi chese ono so wadi nkunim na no na yi sitina se dwendwene ho ano akyere se wo mo eba beto aba no police station makomako edunkuno 19 se na be ye de obedi nkunim wo no ye de ka ho a na chese onipa ko no ye declare ne so ono wadi nkunim na no na MPP amayoko na nsentrofo nhyimu no mo so mo ka nyina ne se enya de omokobeko gina bebia koka se ebia sa election oba ye wo mo nkonne enko kyena esan so do munim se aba ye to ye no NPP na edi nkunim awa batun pesua no so
we are the new but your tail part in the elephant and when they say we shall win. MPP party no Ebra court share 4th January 2025 say Electoral Commission one bra Abdulkumanov no one share say polling stations are atiaka no one share no kika ni nyambom nya yewu yamaye wu nipa wadi nkunim o Abdulkumanov court saka say police for Esambo Electoral Commission ho ban ye share say yetimi ya bomodi e man be ka 3 polling stations be e ma ye tro krata e ma Electoral Commission say 3 June MPP ya na ye pese hu ba bi Electoral Commission ko le sita kodru e ma Electoral Commission tro krata bre MPP say aka 3 polling stations be na do mu nya ne say Ghana police e bobo mo ban no matima wie Electoral Commission ekwotina parliament wiasin TV nyina Ghana fo nyina hu omo Dr. Bossman SSC subia se Abdulkumanov diaka 3 police stations be 12 June Electoral Commission any party siaye MPP ni NDC ko siaye omo sa ka se aka 3 police stations be yenya mo NDC fo omo so omo ntiase Tintina yenkoya Rerun. Electoral Commission can say there be one pre aka 3 polling stations. After the day next year 1st July, Electoral Commission every parties ni say the NDC work and any number ko ye adwuma. And no na ye MPP for your party no ye near parliamentary candidates, your region, your national ye na say the Electoral Commission can yentie and yen find adwuma
because the 3 police stations one to me and my security I na feel the 19 police stations no mo banya security am I anti baby ye gina na ho an ye gina abani yento nne yento ochina ye gi ye sit Abdulkumanov a sit ne ye ma me akua free ye owusu dia
na wo mo kasa na no MPP fo yi na wo mo di tudwa se efra wo mo fresa wo mo mra na wo mo nya recount ni na no isi wo mo ma NPP fo no wo mo so wo mo ma esanso wo mo gitu mu pa se wo mo candidate no aba no wo faaye wo mo hwe margin na edem ni vote na wo mo kan tam si epi se akonya no eyo mo de wo mo to aba no ma wo mo nti wafa eti na akua fiye wo no wi ni aba no eti fra wo mo fresa wo mo ba be ye rerun ne de wo mo fo wo mo hunyimu bi ene wo mo de o mani ebe kwa akokere court
me say political parties we are local elections we are your ma copy of pink sheet your ma MPPB your ma NDCB Electoral Commission ono aso won copy ho MPP ye saka your pink sheet nia ye scan pink sheet no say be ya empo bi kura ida kura ye menya copy ato ho say be ya ye kokwa de pabonifo kwa akose pink sheet ne kura ye menya copy ato ho enti 281 polling stations no yes scanning pink sheets ni nyina ansana ye ko Electoral Commission ho enti ye ko Electoral Commission ho no ni enim say ye di nkunim e wo Abdulkumanov eno enene pink sheets ya scanning nyina 281 nyina no ya be yi o TV no so di akere mo eno e de keka ni nyina boma ye ka say your candidate ogina ye na nakwafuye o winning elections no with 414 votes at the Electoral Commission side 19 polling stations are all kan wasem kra no ni nyina ne scan copies na ye show our TV no so and ye were records ni nyina wo ho ye ba ya ne mani na dedi e de akere mu and ye say si mu dia say court tena say January 4th was say electoral commission ko na ko kan e man na wo ho no na declared war winning court and say electoral commission ko na ko to abafoforo etene ye sham wa ha ye MPP the New Patriotic Party ye nko abato obi anne ye nko abato obi achina enam sa sunti ye di asem no akodan court say anamo electoral commission to no court no enche for contempt e say emra electoral commission say no ene sa emra no na odi so and the top bio sa Rerun electoral commission person we no court is entwam free wo na ye MPP there no kware e ye hwehwe ye coalition awie there ye try electoral commission say obesia party for NPP and NDC na 3 polling stations na aka no obedi abetuja na ye nyina ye wie ni aka say ye mame akuya fuye ano ana
Ewiade se mama ebegina wesu na kwadi aboafo nkratso ye ba ye beto akase
Adeshima ma ye mamu ni na akwaba ye to akase bono so e di amamo. Na ene rerun election ya isi e di ahihye so say wo de eba koso e wo Ablekuma North abeto ampeso ya so no. E na wo ma wo ho so akire o madwen afa ho e wo abato a wo se wo mo de eba behihye ho no.
Yeah, I already say about you because I'm no see or more winning. Na ye nim say ya winning. Wow. Inti bibisa say u see u kokota kere den. You see na running election and ye court na running elections. Na ni am pese me kan tro mu say agroni form omumbra na yen fan. And this year already I almost strong. Say who winning 25,000, 30,000. Say see I ban say now see with the 300 votes na lead. Those the time yen kan tell omu say omu ni bibia ma Ablekuma North. Omu ni hwiye wa Ablekuma North because for the past 92 yen give 92 free 96 there is no development. Now say I saw call ni papa ni or kwa ko eden or inti yemma Ablekuma North na yenye baako na yemma erablan chance onu so de no betumi aye
e kamani beje say beto aba no mia gasa no me organizer abatu amutui maka to say street ball crab be bia sebi e beto me nyuma no so na adokra metima aye night maka mu fi me inti me de kam yamadu say na ka Pascal de kam to aba bi mu because me hu fa so bi e wo so me untimi to machine me untimi ko fa time free baby amre me ba me pe street bob a akronfa do so me bo night a me wo kwa hu die eto ho ma me a me so betimi aye adwuma na do na ka me so me sakoma no nso obi aso ofie me dia me no mentu bi mu
oh my ready there every say kebi ma mi kebi adwin kire ena wi ase no bibia be ba uwe mu bia so tumi kire wa adwin no hu de ekọ
every year ono nyaaye anti monto ofra de ma no e run se na de fi se Ablekuma ha yina doko yina sesa no ono nyaaye ade nti mo de akete mo de me fi ni se mi nti ye rase mo je se mo to from na de ma no anti monto ye o to fra de ma no na o si aso hwe yesu ye ni ya bele ha awo ha he ya mo waye ya bele o Ghana ye bele
me de mi hu se hu hia ti e be santo ababi aba na ya to awie nti ne o mbeka no mo nka nentem ye to ne sembiem ye to no presidential ni we nyina na say ye to do he o musa mama ye adwuma bi mo me kura me adi card kura me hu we se ni pe ni adage sa o so wa hu month ya wo mkuta won sa wan kwa wo ni di ye san kwato ababiem san kwasala biem
aba no ndc se o mo ewi ni mpp so o mo ewi ni na mpp na ngasa no omo tina so many years mi hu punto bi e wa ase bia no nti Charlie se on betu bi mo na on be sana ndc form se wa ngasa ye hu se man no ekonim se dollar abafom ti se ase mpp ni ba ase na ndc ene what up a just still am put on enko nti wo se be se man na ni se ndc de ba dia se oba se ni superior no what up onum ti se oba imputo mi ye sure se imputo ebeba
na sa wa about some kuriya hu Ablekuma North no MPP for so mo nto NDC for dem so mo hekra do pa ma she campaign ase a anya sam ketwa
yisi say ya twisa election no ya winning wa Ablekuma North Rerun mi o winning election no but MPP for so ya winning anti yisi asosua ni yama o see 19 police stations ye hu results anti ye call Rerun na ye enti enu nti na ye wo ha no since our cancer no ye ya share your campaigns ye strategic moves will get more people to vote until ye free national resource mobilization until we are here in the constituency na ye make sure say Rerun oba winning massively with the 19 polling stations and yes for nyina Ghana for nyina be hu say omu twantro say omu winning election. Because what we need election, yes, you're running in now, your people will not change. Munkrofon won't change it. They will still vote for you, and the number will still be there. Won't try your cry by increasing. Ebi are during the election. No, won't call for Ebi a beam upon Nicrom, but this time on Maba, and to Benya more. Yeah, GT say you're winning, and to say Electoral Commission say you're 2.
yebeye, because we know say members no, they are still there, and that's why one who say your grounds no, and we are talking to them, and you can see the enthusiasm on the ground. Omuni aji, because this year no promise I am more our country no, cost ye dollar no ati free eba form. Yeah, arresting no, man one until work room free. Pension so evidence so no evidence so easy for that. It's easy who can talk, and this year easy. And it's easy I contempt her. Omuni court as him. By year you be vote Friday. You vote here, declare. Of which I'm a member. Until me him say, ye recover. Ye chichi ye bet you be brace account until more after Friday no. Who ye from Ora for. Ye bet GGS canina.
Chairman Edema National Peace Council, Most Reverend Emmanuel Kofifianu, Nene was say, Eba and Semu a womo, sorry, a womo kana, ye mudie, womu nyebida. Ni ebe bano, and no womu bejina sunu or maka. So we de bebano bekas wukojina afaha, wukojina afahano, and ya no womu ye, nemum, womu kana senye, ese.
As a National Peace Council, our core mandate is to observe, listen to the movements in the country, and to take measures to prevent peace, to mediate when there is tension, and to continue to sustain peace in the country. The orientation we are having is to help us all, especially with the new appointed members, to understand what is in the Act 818, which established the National Peace Council, and also to spend time together to draw up our own program of how we want to go about the work of the National Peace Council in our tenure. I entreated all members of the National Peace Council Governing Board to work together as a team and to collaborate well with the Secretariat, because they are the engine house of the work that we do. And if we collaborate well with them and guide them, then they will help us to achieve the aims and objectives of the National Peace Council. We improve our election process in Ghana. So we'll be basing ourselves on that, because there are many things that come up which people think should be handled by the Peace Council. But if you read or you study well the Act 818, you realize that it is not everything that people think we should do that is for the Peace Council. There are other institutions or organs of state that are entrusted with some of those things. So we leave it to them. We can signal them that this is what we have received if it comes into our domain. We can do that, yes.
Enra ene busumi sia pepepe eye mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama eso akufonemu eso ayese Ghana mampeni na sa busumi sia ena manfo de tu seni aso ahwe sanye bia ba ne bo no homoden ana se woria na yene owura Emmanuel Wilson ono ade ku efre no Crusaders Against Corruption Ghana no na wakasa ndo de tu dwe chiremu se aba ne bo no homoden de se katahye no pro ho samu a nanka Ghana fo ayi adwenu ma no oyi de afiri ho na mom no nipa esusu se o madi bone ni titirus kasemu bone no aba no hyeda enye hwe wo ho na no de aba no akame se wo ya feri wo ho anisa
well me that say o fight corruption ejina nema mi so the dikan the friend of perception, and the second one here the actual and reality. Perception is largely in the court of public opinion and they fighting corruption. And the actual fight you're fighting over court of competent jurisdiction. And until this 6 months of Abaya Abasuya, John Mahama Abaya Abasuya, in terms of perception, we created very good perception when it comes to the fight against corruption. The first attempt or the constituting the friend aura. A different impression about system. Now, after the oral, some of the cases are about the recent ones near the about a border on corruption affecting previous government appointees near and also creating a strong perception say you're fighting corruption. And by the end of this year, say the new corruption perception index Ebetuja, I will not be surprised say Ghana Ebeba say we have improved. Because in terms of perception there, why are there? The other leg, which has to do with the actual, and the actual because corruption as defined in the Criminal Code 1960 of Ghana, it is clearly a crime. Now say a crime there, then you have to fight it in the court of competent jurisdiction. A whole difficult in the work. Indeed, the worst part has to do with the special prosecutor. In recent time, or there's some few cases Akokota Yabuigu. Me now create an impression say yes, in terms of perception there, or yeah there. But in terms of the actual, say you're kind of fighting it in the court of competent jurisdiction there. And you're very, very clear, say we are not able to do it. And one say Becca was a man to able, but you do pempen so be as a minor, you pay punishment, you pay say retrieve sika, and I feel so you pay say making sure say a best as deterrent so that others will not engage in it. And that is what we are waiting to see. So clearly 6 months may be too young and too short, but honestly it is also enough time for us to at least be able to work at 1 or 2 cases there to make the Akokotama concluding.
Nane empenifo a womo ewo Ayawaso West MC ya wo ene wato ne ho agu mu achese womo akwakopie mu ohyiahye a womo ye operation bi achese emu odin ye pa womo kirema enipa no mu bi esisi adan bi wo ho a emfamra kwan so korantie na ye kasa ide womo atwe nipa no mu wotwe a womo ede womo kwakogina emra kwan so.
Yes, we are here because there's a building, as you can see, here going on without permit, building permit. Ayawaso West Municipal Assembly came into existence in 2018, but then they have a permit that was issued in 2020 by AMA. So clearly it tells you that they don't have a permit. Now they are building very close to the road, as you can see, very close to the road. And this is a huge structure. When it comes to parking, you can hardly tell if they can even contain the number of cars that are supposed to be parking here. So it's going to inconvenience the entire vicinity or people living around here. So that is why we are here. But then we have asked them to stop work several times, but they've refused. We came to write on the walls, they have refused. They turn our people away. Last week we were here. They are very adamant. So we are here to stop them, and we are sounding a word of caution to everybody within the municipality that if you have such fraudulent permits, come to the municipal assembly and then regularize your permits. We have several of those permits within the municipal assembly that were issued by AMA. Some were fraudulent. There are several buildings without permits, and we are asking them that they should come within 2 months to regularize their permits so that together we can work together and ensure that the right things are done. The days of lawlessness are over. This is an elite municipality, and we need to do the right thing so that we can attract more people into the municipality. Certainly, we will process them for courts because they are building without permits, and you can't do that. It violates our law. So certainly, yes, they will be processed for courts. There are several other places within Shiashe. There are several other places within airport and then Roman Reach. We are taking inventory of all those structures. So we are just appealing to them that you don't have a permit, just come to the assembly and then regularize your permit. We are ready to work with them and make sure that the issues are resolved. We are looking at the structural integrity. We are looking at safety issues. We are looking at environmental issues. So these issues are very important, and they need to come within 2 months, regularize their permit, or we demolish their structures.
Yetu ekase bono so na ye kwa yakwan ho semsem man Ghana de enya ye pa ye yakwan akwana sei papa na mekan amanfo ekonsa won mu a ande se free sa mu bankran no sa brum sa gumuti ukọ keku so a sa ukọ so menya sa ukọ dodo a be bia obefa bia kwan nye na konkurase ne mi ahodo ne ebubu esanse e da contractor for ka na no naban no e kire se wo de sika 4 billion Ghana cedis ato se yemfa bi entwetwa contractors ne ka se na be obetu akọ kwan no so ashase ato akwan ne yoso.
In the past, when we went there, the public complained about the dusty nature of sections of the road. We are now in the rainy season, so the issue is not about dust, but rather the pooling of water in sections of the road. My brothers and sisters, we constantly engage the contractors on all of these projects outside of the gaze of the media. In the specific case of the Pokwasi project, we are aware that part of the reason is the particular section which is very, very disappointing currently is because of the activity they are carrying out currently. It takes some time for them to build up the layers to get to where the water can actually collect into the drains and be taken off the site. But when we met the contractors as recent as yesterday, we indicate that whatever it takes to be able to remedy that, to limit the frustration of the motoring public, they must do that. And they have given clear indication of doing whatever it takes to do that. And we are all hopeful that from today, we should see more activity on the site. On the bigger issue of how do we address the payment to contractors, since we have already admitted. If you listen to His Excellency the President of the Republic yesterday, he indicated that towards the end of this month, the Finance Minister would be taking steps to retire some of the debt owed contractors so that they can go back to site and complete the work. On record, we are intending to pay some 4 billion Ghana cedi towards retiring part of the 21 billion from this month. I have no doubt that will be on record to be one of the biggest payments at a particular time to make sure that we are serious about clearing the debt and then also paying for or making provision to start the new works we are talking about. So we did not actually neglect paying contractors. As I said, when we came in, one of the things we needed to do is to actually vet some of those payments. Why do we have to do that? Somebody will say, you came to meet the bill, just pay it. My brothers and sisters, it would have been a problem of, in some cases, double paying for some things.
Adesh mama ebe jina we so ni ahome kase ebo no so yesre mo ye ba sese.
adehema me da mo asese musanya abretwan yen na yakoto nkra abai yeto aso
na GPRTU for NFA Concerned Drivers Union womu ye omadwen senka womu ebeko strike nanso enei womu so omatwe strike no asensen na de enti a womu ejina so emprempre a womu so omatwentwe asan no yenko na yenkutie
se wo hwa droba fuyi womu hihye a womu de etu edwa no ananka eyejun de to so aduasa nanso womu atu ahyeda de akohye kitawonsa bosome ne da to so edu mienu we nyina no eye ebra na wonum ene Ghana Posi adwuma no edi nkomo ahwe kwan obefa so na womu aye oye kira kese ede etia aban no anase asoye a womu ehwe akwan ne akwantempon so nanso wonum ene contractor ene osoafo hwe kwan ne akwantempon so akodi nhyiemu ama wo kyese aban no enche bia wo yi sika de aba se de be ya contractor no a wo hwe kwan no otumi atu anamo akwakoye.
Yesterday the contractor, the consultants and the highways had an emergency meeting, and the contractor committed that from today they are going to deploy significantly on the site and make sure that the particular section that is creating the most difficulty will be addressed.
As we are on
the site, we know exactly what the problems are. From Pobiman, Kuntunse, Satellite to Sansam. That was the most distressed area on the road. Like I told the minister, last week we started with the maintenance works, and then we have actually almost finished that section. And then we said we're going to actually not to go and do remedial works, we're going to actually improve the various layers and then finish the black top in that section. Means that there will be an asphalt on that section of the road. If we don't have any rains actually undermining the works that are there, because mostly one will put any material and then it's actually saturated. You need some days for you to get to optimum before you can go in and do the compaction. So that is what we say. So without any act of God willing, we'll be able to finish that stretch of the road.
Ne krakra mu no na droba fo nkabo mu ku no wo mo empanimfo mu di animu nso e kire nsemu se de kire nsentwerefo
ye gina radio so aka kire ye nuama droba fo nyina ye Ghana wo mo se enka demonstration a edame menda ye be ye de ho bagimu ye nga droba fo nyina ya twen because na oya funu hwehwe ne o me minister nankasa to nan mutu contractor nankasa to nan mutu eniti se wo mo ye mayena ye de na ase ne de man
ye ka ama your friends obi o mo hwe ye wo UTV so nyina e de ato o mo diary so say na wotwen baako nsia asem no mo ka kire yen ni o mo kaka ho a eye yi ni say so mo sise nsuo kase bi anto anse kwan no na nsuo kase bi anto a na wotwen baako nsia
ye hu hihye bia kamene o kase demonstration Saturday ye de bus mako 21 a bia fa dipa 50 an kamede mo firi Kumase ba Basin so basin na bedi na yidi besi kwan no cars ese hwe kwan we apemfo wo de opemfo nam so ba sabi Ghana ya ambulance ya he dodo ahe
o kasa nyina o kasa fa se skenu o ena ama kwan no kra ayesa idinka roto no wo ho a ena ka yetwa nka at least wo benya ska bia bibia wo de be pa chinche meka che minister say wo ye wo ka kwan na asem nyina no on bom modin say roto no me no mode aba
Okota kradia and second kradia ye wo bia bi e friend Kwame Nkrumah interchange na irehosam ene nibrisam say wo mo amafo bi ade hwakwe lorry station a emra ma hokwan na no na GPR to pen for yo kire say sanhwe na ye ntuwa na mo bi na sakofo na ede honomo akwakoye transport station na say bus stop no wo mo anyi wo mo afiri ho a ebetumi de atoranchem kasi bi pa ene beba
assembly no onhwe na oma hono ye onye mo trouble upon the dem ama sese biara mba de bia akonse bi baba na odi oyele baba ye wesere de GPR to no ye pepper ye pede oma no odi ye pede ma no asodie bem nti assembly hwe na ho bia ho a odo oyifo e mo wokọ abegbobo ka ego no o ba ka ewu na juma ye mo 1 week there so wamba ye botu ye wofo na foto ye botu ye wofo no on wompe maye kachira ne the honorable Joe Nelson ene o ma pain mama ye ma 1 week why because one DPRT for person
yan floating drivers gina ho no na bo keke sam ba pam hwan there ho no ye initial mpo na am den tabofo no ho no wutu wan na so yanka wo mo wotra ho and what one about one mo me yare teten na che do in court to attend there honorable maji one mo booking fi wo so until them that one because ye kwa kwatra na enim no say dem nkofo no operate wo ho wa aba na ha ore pe cast dem mo da yeduma dem nkofo me ye kire ne there kwa metro match wo ti one o me GPR 2023 sit down striking committee we assure the market if you are on the station so be fi say no adu ho yes but me traffic go si one e me ina ya bata me je umo bie station e wo kan kwa bus stop effort for area na effort for ni na e din afra me ti so mu da ko di bo ni bi wo effort na be bia airport ni wo na be bia effort wo obo territory then one why
Director General of Operations, National Service, National Service Authority, Mr. Fuseini Donko. Nene wakesi so edi atrega na mabunu ni na say. Womu hwe no womu fa womu fo mu ho enhye eyekuayo mu. Esan se no beboa ama womu abraba womu bono etimi asiye. Na afei so ama Ghana yesikasem no akosho.
Penny Bakunya Oka Ghana Poultry Farmers Association ho yo no kreasan ye Penny abedi ache ya wada Western North Mantam no Poultry Farmers in Kabumko no ano Ra Francis Insia Junior was say omo yen enkokɔ ye form se Poultry Farmers no se aban no do mo behye enkokɔ nkitenkete dwumadie ni mu a ebeboa ma ahye hwa ya kono na ye anika wose omo ankasa dwuma no anu abi no mo ye ntu omo ti asese nimu ye omo kra no ye adwumaden ebo mmɔden se ne be ya Poultry ahye hɔ no ebe ya akono ewo Ghana ha enu nti se aban ye dwumadie bi ente se no odo mo behye mu a ehu hia pa ensami wodi tudwa wa bra ahye ye hwe animal science so ewo kwame kumasuapon ni mu eye afibia ntiti dwumadie de ma akuafo no okuma se no wa asante mantam ha eno so no ogina ye a wode to aban nanim se ewo se aban no ebehia wo mo ekuo no na omo tase to adwen na omo so nimdi omo no omo de ma aban no na aboa ama dwumadie aban no pese wodie no etimi akọ animu.
Poultry farmers yehu hia ewo saa enkokɔ nketenkete no nti aban ne ye transia ne ye nhye ne yehu nia ode ba ne ne yesu ebetima ya ebeboa yi assistant now Poultry Farmers Association yensanim yenim de yeko aban ne ye ntenase yate so ma share roll out they are yet to meet at the association. We are yet to meet the minister any aban be shia na ya kire the way forward aban want the policy but we also need a role to play
eno
ewom in Ghana so Mrs. say ankra wa ha any companies ahodo ebetimi do musika ahyem ama yen so ya ye breeder emwa no ebetimi anyini ye ewo ye ha breeding ade bia ne bo eden in the answer no beka so be breed poultry ewo Ghana ha no obehwe mfaso a obetimi anya poultry dodo a ye no memo ansa no de sika ahyem ti be sha aban kran say on private companies ahoro in crime now ma conditions are very conducive bema private companies so any age
awie we won ya nkokoku ne kasa na onunya fofu se ni donko de no brepam no ye beyi sanfoni na matumi ahwe o hye mabunu kuna se omo form hye kuayo mu no awie de kasa bo no besi na mo no me ka wo se wo se be fa pep student usechi na be din a pep student wonu be hwama pep student wo se akiri na mo no be bare otumi abodompum a pep student ubetumi asre oba be ma akoda ebusuan chenfa pep student buchuchu osi anoa ne pep student na fi ye dey asidan so my special eyes so this way when I need fufu so muso ya sene medical sebo no ebremo akenkan for yeso mo na nwumre yi eyame eja kwabena menen
nana ekia kobi
edamu nyina asi amamdue ni onyo